If you want investments that pay monthly dividends, you need to watch this video because we're going to go over a whole bunch of them right now. My name is Kenneth and I teach my 500,000 social media followers how to trade, invest, and simplify their lives. And passive income is something that's really near and dear to my heart. I just love getting paid sitting on my ass eating Doritos. Most dividend stocks and ETFs pay quarterly. That means 4 times a year. People know that, right? People know that, right? Not that guy? Not the guy? No, not the guy who's watching this video. Not you. You knew, okay. But there are some ETFs and some individual stocks that do pay monthly. So let's take a look at them. And remember, they're not all created equally. Just because they pay monthly doesn't mean they're a great investment. And I'm using a website like Seeking Alpha, but the first one that we're going to talk about is SPHD. This is a dividend ETF. You can see that it's $50 a share, and it does have a slightly higher expense ratio, but remember, anything over 1% is generally considered high. You can see here that they pay around 3.38%. And if you click right here on the dividend tab, you will see right here that their last dividend was 13 cents, and it does pay monthly. Realty Income is one of the most popular real estate investment trusts on the market. You can see down here that they have a 5.5% dividend. They also pay monthly, and that equates to around 26 cents per month. Another great thing that you want to note is that they have 26 years of dividend growth. Another type of investment that pays monthly occasionally are business development companies, or BDCs. This one is Main, or Main Street Capital, is $52 a share, and you can see that they have a dividend safety grade of C. That's not the best, but it's also not the worst. By the way, the dividend safety grades on Seeking Alpha are only if you have a premium account. There is a link in my bio if you want to try it with a discount code. You can see here that Main Street pays 25 cents per month. They also, as you can see, pay monthly because I just said that. But they only have 3 years of dividend growth. There is another type of investment that does pay monthly, but there are some risks involved, which we'll touch on a little bit in this video, but I don't want to ramble. And I do have a playlist on covered call ETFs that I urge you to watch because there are much more in-depth videos there about the risks, the pros, and the cons. It's important to note with covered calls that even though some of them do pay monthly dividends and they can be relatively high because of the nature of selling covered calls, especially in stronger markets, there are some risks, which include sometimes much higher fees, sometimes very sporadic dividends. They can go up or down a lot, depending. And you won't get a lot of growth from these funds. So for people who look at it and go, oh my God, this is a no-brainer, it pays 11%, I'll just put all my money in this one. Well, hold on, you might be missing out on long-term asset appreciation from other investments like SCHD, like an S&P 500, like a tech-based ETF. This is not meant to be a standalone investment. It's meant to be for a little bit of extra passive income. So one of the most popular, hands down, is JEPI. They have a 0.35 expense ratio, which means if you have around $10,000 invested, you'd be paying $35 per year. So it's not crazy. It pays a 7% dividend. They do pay monthly, and it is around 38 cents per month. Under the dividend tab, you can also check dividend history. And you can see that the dividend does kind of fluctuate a little bit. 60 cents, 44 cents, 35 cents, 29 cents. JEPQ is another popular one. It's also same expense ratio. It's a slightly higher dividend, and you'll note that it has pretty good one-year growth, but most of these funds are relatively new. This one was founded or created, whatever, in 2022. So a lot of these covered call ETFs are still babies. And JEPQ also pays monthly. It's around 49 cents. QYLD is another one. It's around $18. It's up around 8% in the last 12 months. But since its inception, it's actually down 26%, which is not unusual with these kinds of funds. QYLD also has a little bit of a higher expense ratio, but they also pay a pretty high dividend of around 11.25%. They also pay monthly, and that equates to around 18 cents per month. And again, to look at their dividend history over the years, you can see that it does fluctuate quite a bit. Again, if you want to compare any of these ETFs or any of these stocks, these templates that you can find right here under the menu, which is right here, is the best resource available. And it is totally free. You'll note there's not even an email sign up. I'm not going to try to sell you something in 2 weeks. All right, thanks for watching. Make sure you smash that follow. See you later.